Hello friends, welcome to the weekend show. Today we're going to make a nice towel rack that will fit the other projects we've done in one of our bathrooms, and we're going to take you through this process, and we're also going to show you some building tips and tricks, right?
Yep.
If this is your first time to the channel, please welcome. If you've been here before but you have not subscribed, do subscribe. We depend on you to grow and continue providing content for you. If it is your birthday, happy birthday. So without any further ado, let's see how we're going to build this towel rack today. I will see you at the end of the video. So now we're going to cut. We decided we want ourselves to be this width.
That's the width of our main board.
Right. And now we're going to cut the remaining of the shelves. Again, if I can, I will try to make some stop somewhere, but it doesn't look like I can on this case. So I guess we'll just have to be very careful, right? That's good.
Okay, and so we're going to have 5 shelves.
Right, we're not going to show all 5 cuts.
We can rip it in half. We're putting the measurement up here. It is a 3.5-inch board. You can see it. The 4 here, it's hard to see. The 3 is covered up right now. And so half of that would be 1 3/4. So what we're going to do, I've put the square here at the 1 3/4 mark.
Let's put it somewhere that's more steady. That's all.
A little more steady.
Yeah, on the bench. Because it will be hard to do it where you were before. And do you want to?
Do I want to what?
Well, I didn't know if you want to clamp it or not, but clearly you don't. Oops.
Yep. Oops, it moved.
Okay.
There we go. So now
Okay.
we've got a mark on our half point.
All right.
And probably.
Another way to ensure that your fence is actually correctly set is again use this type of square. I think we're slightly, see the distance there? We're slightly off.
Now you moved it.
But now it's perfect, right?
Okay.
And then go on the other side. And again, we have not changed the device from when we cut the piece, right? Now keep in mind, we are going to be an 1/8 sorter, but that's okay because the blade is about 1/8 of an inch, right?
Yeah.
And now we're going to run it through. You
Here.
ready?
Yeah, don't forget your tools here.
But I just want to make sure that the blade is straight. Oh, I guess we need to plug it again, or is it plugged?
Mm-hmm. Whoa. I can see from here that's not on the right line. Look. Turn it over and look.
What?
It's not on the line. It's not on the right line. So... Okay. Go ahead.
What? Why this is not locked?
I don't know, but you better remeasure now. Because something's not right. There's the thing.
I think we're good.
Okay, is it locked now? Okay.
I don't want anything that can move on the blade. So, do you like this sander better now?
Yeah, learning how to use it. So, okay, so for all of our shelves, our main shelves, we just did a quick sand on all 4 of the sides just to make it a nicer, more smooth finish. We also created a bevel on part of the edge that's going to come up, and how we did that is as I was sanding all the corners, then I did this as the belt was going and just kind of rocked it around, and so now you can see that it's got a little bit of a rounded edge.
And why we did that?
Just for a finish, a nicer finish, and it won't be as, you know.
Right.
And you can see that on these.
And the reason I ask her if she likes this now is because initially, when we talk about sanding, she wanted to use the hand sander, right?
Well, yeah, because I'm really used to using that, and I'm pretty decent with it.
But this is a better tool.
I wouldn't say it's better, but it definitely gives you a little more flexibility because you can use both hands to use the tool as opposed to having to hold the sander, which actually vibrates your hand quite nicely. And this gives you a little bit more control. So for that, it's good. This particular one, as you saw, if you press down too hard, it will stop the belt.
Well, all of them do because they're friction driven.
Yeah, it's friction, so that's the only thing you have to be aware of. And then, you know, changing your belt as the sandpaper itself gets worn out.
Well, yeah, actually we are getting to this point.
We're at that point just about.
But you know, we can get probably one sanding out of it more.
Yeah.
Well, let's. Do we need to do a dry fitting for this or not?
Yeah, we probably want to do a dry fit.
Okay.
And we'll mark where we want to put them so we don't get them out of place and go from there.
Okay.
Okay, so we obtained a 4-foot long, 10-inch wide board. This is what we're going to use for our shelf.
And a 10 or a 12 will work, depending.
Yeah.
We actually got the cheapest we had. Most everything else we already owned. So this for us is what, a $3-4 project.
Yeah.
And this is one of the secrets. These are generally fairly expensive. They're like a full board that is 10 or 12 feet long will probably cost you $18, you know. So buying remnants or cut pieces from the store will actually save you a lot of money, right? Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, so our famous lathing strips. This is just a piece we had, random cut. It's a cast off from another project. We decided to use that as our spacer. So I'm going to show you our dry fit here.
And then since this is something we're going to put on our downstairs bathroom, we will have to match it to,
yeah, we're going to stain it.
To the stain we have downstairs, right?
Yeah, and you could probably link up the other project we did, that other shelf.
Yeah, I'll put a link upstairs on the corner if you want to see the project.
Okay.
So as you can see, now you can use one. I don't think we can have them all.
No, but I'm just going to show what it's going to look like. So
do you want it like that or you want it on the bottom?
I was just, yeah, let's put it on the bottom because it's actually going to give your shelf a little bit more width. If you put it here, it takes away that 1/2 to 3/4 inch width on there. So we'll attach them on the front like that. And then here, let's do it at the top. That way we don't play dominoes with our boards here. And then our towels will fit on the shelves like that.
And the purpose of that is not to let the towel roll.
Yeah.
You don't need it to be very high, you know.
Right, it's just a little bit of a stopper.
So you could actually, we could put one more shelf if we wanted to.
Yeah, but
I think we ran out of wood.
Yeah, well, I really just want that space there. I like it there because it's going to have space here as you go up, and I think that's going to be visually nicer.
Okay. So we're going to, let's show how we assemble one of these, and then
What's your camera usage there?
What?
Yeah, so we're going to take the brad gun and go across this. We're going to make sure that we have it really flush. And then we'll be able to come from the back with the brad gun and attach those. So let us get set up for that and we'll come right back.
So we're going to use some wood glue to help hold the shelf together. Maybe. Do we need to,
I think it's coming, but there's a little bit of a plug there.
Because I cannot see what you're doing there. And the reason why Elpida is leaving some space there is because we are going to actually use hot glue in between to just help us almost act like a clamp, right? And then we're going to be able to brad it. Okay? Now put it and align it. Okay. And that way you see the wood doesn't move once we place it, right?
Right.
Did we got any on top, or we're okay?
I think it's all right on top.
And we're going to
Get that with the sander real quick.
yeah, and we're going to have to move that, but you know. So again, the trick is we are using wood glue for the main thread, but the hot glue simply allow us not to have to worry about
The wood
holding the wood as we are stapling it.
Right.
So I hope you enjoy that little tip. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say it so that it holds the wood in place. You don't have to clamp it. You don't necessarily even have to have someone else help you holding it while you're using the gun. So
again, we want to show you that that technique. That should work better. I've taken the plug off. Doesn't?
no, it's about the same. I think the glue is still not happy with our recent freezing temperatures.
But it is flowing.
It's not really flowing. It's a goop at this point. It's not really. I mean, it'll work, but it's not the best.
I'm not sure what I was recording there for a moment. Why you put that of
What?
jig there?
So that the hot glue won't drop on my shelf. That's why.
Not on my jig though.
It comes off as you've demonstrated repeatedly.
What? Exactly, it comes off from yourself. So we're going to do the rest of the shelf the same way. Okay?
Yep.
And we'll be back recording. Okay. So again, what we're doing is using both wood glue and hot glue to hold our shelves in place. And then when we do all of them, we're going to turn it to the side, and that will make it easier for us to actually brad nail it. And in this stage, if you wanted this to be, let's say, a bookcase, right? You could use screws. I mean, the towels will not be heavy, so I don't think we need.
Yeah, I don't think we need screws.
But if you wanted to do more, then screws will make it a very, very strong shelf, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Even though I think with the glue, you probably could put even.
Well, some lighter weight books. I don't think you'd want to load it up with hardbacks or anything, but lighter weight books or.
But this would be a good idea for a shelf too, don't you think?
For a bookshelf, yeah.
Yeah. You don't necessarily need the front that we're putting.
Yeah, you could have it just open so it didn't have the lip on each one of them.
But for a display cabinet, that will work, right?
Yeah.
And here we just, again, we don't measure, we measure
With our spacer. We just
the
use
spacer.
our spacer.
And that way we guarantee we have a consistent spacing without having to measure every time between each shelf. So we're going to finish all the shelves and we'll be right back with you.
Okay, here we are with all 5 shelves attached with the glue. We're ready to turn it up on its side and line it up and use the brad nailer to attach them a little more firmly. Okay, and as you can see, that's staying pretty steady by itself.
And can you can stop for a minute.
So in order to make sure that we are stapling our board and not going through there and having some of our brad nails come through, we're going to use this square lining it up with our board, and that's what we're going to use to go down the board on the back side.
Conversely, if you wanted to mark it, you could just put it there and drive and mark, and that is approximately in the middle of the board.
Yeah.
What you prefer to do. You prefer it that way?
It's probably going to be easier for me to mark it so
Okay.
that you can do it independently, since I need to be camera person.
Okay.
So we're going to mark those with that method, and then we'll be okay. So we have our lines marked. You can see they're approximately on center for the board on the shelves. So now we're gonna brad nail them. As long as you stay perpendicular, we should be good.
This thing doesn't fire unless you're perpendicular. Or even if you are perpendicular.
Guess you weren't perpendicular.
I was very perpendicular, thank you very much.
The gun didn't think.
Well, the gun can think whatever it wants, but I want when I hit it to be under something, because you know how much strength.
Yeah, we'll move it.
This gun is really more powerful than you think, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to hit.
Here. Help me move it forward so we can get that. Okay, let's do that one.
And this is probably a little overkill, but
A little bit.
but I always overbuild things. Where do you want to put it?
We're gonna.
Okay.
There we go.
But I better overbuild than underbuild. Right?
Yeah. Okay, that's excessive.
That's excessive.
Yeah, excessive.
Oh, come on.
That was very excessive. So flip it on its side. Let's take a look and see how good we did with our
Oh, what if we
marking.
missed?
Well, they're gonna see it, or you can edit it out. I don't know.
I don't edit out. Doesn't look like we missed any.
Actually, it looks really good. Like, none are missed. We did good with our marking.
Yeah, it's all good. You want to bring the towel here and see?
Fantastic.
Since you know,
Our
that's the idea.
our towel roll, and they will be a little fluffier. This one is already dirty.
But
And
it's
bringing
fine.
it out into the shop, yeah, that's gonna be great.
But you get the idea. I think that's good.
Yeah, there we go.
So now we have to
Stain it.
clean a little bit of the glue
Yeah.
and then stain it.
Okay.
Good now?
There we go. Gonna glove it up.
You're going to get to the surgery?
And I'm doing double gloving because these gloves tend to split, and I don't particularly want the dark stain on my fingers and my nails.
Why, that's free pedicure. Manicure, sorry.
It's not the same.
No, it's not the same. This is cheap. Inexpensive. You don't have to spend any money.
That's not the kind of manicure I want. Let me put it that way.
Well, be picky.
I am.
So what do you think so far of the project?
So far, I like it.
As you envisioned it?
Yeah, pretty much.
So as you can see, the construction is done, and we are going to use the same stain we have used for our other projects. Again, I'm going to have links on those other projects so you can see them if you want. Watch them, not see them. Alright, where are you going to be?
Well, I need the flat head here to open up a can.
Okay, open up your can. This is very exciting stuff. You're opening up a can. With some difficulty, it seems.
Well, this isn't really the right tool for that, and the right tool is... There we go. So that was a good tool to get the tool.
I see.
So here we go, the correct tool for this job.
See, guys, when you get a woman to talk about the correct tools for a job, that is a major win. Because usually they say, you don't need another tool. No, you have plenty of tools. Is that dead on arrival, or we're going to be able to use it?
It just needs to be stirred up a little bit because it's been sitting a while.
Well, we can put thinner if you want.
No, I just need to stir it up.
Okay, stir it up.
So I'm stirring it up. Does everybody want to see me stirring it up?
Yeah, that's very exciting.
I think so.
This is gripping cinematography.
Yes.
And for some reason the camera went on micro mode.
As long as you... Yeah, well, it does that. But as long as you have it in frame and you're not, like, all over the place.
I know how to take video. Thank you very much.
I've seen your videography.
Yes, and it's fantastic. You forget, before your arrival, I was doing everything myself. I was taping and who does the editing?
That's you.
That's me. Now, I do prefer using a brush for this. Elpida prefers to use a cloth, but whatever your preference is, it actually works. And it's a good we have a decent day today because she hates smells, and this has a rather strong smell.
It isn't that I hate the smell, it's that I'm so sensitive to perfumes and odors that this would be overwhelming for me.
Oh yeah, you're sensitive, that's it.
I'm very sensitive.
You are very sensitive.
Well, I can smell a lot of things that other people can't. So.
What, farts?
If you want to start talking about farts, probably shouldn't start throwing stones, Mr. Yanni.
Well, I wonder what are you smelling that other people don't smell, you know?
Well, we've talked about it. Like, I can smell cucumber all the way downstairs. Other people
that's
have
because-
to be like right up on it to
That's
smell.
because you have a nuclear nose when it comes to certain foods.
It's almost all scent.
So you can do the side if you want. I don't care if we get it on the bench. But see what I meant?
Well, I'm just bunching it up and then get it.
Okay,
Okay?
fine. Do it your way.
I am doing it my way.
See if I care you're doing it wrong. Okay guys, I got a look in case you care. Alright, we're going to finish that and we're going to show you the finished project. Anything else you want to say?
Nope.
This is our end product. It came out really as we have envisioned it. We really like it. We're going to have to let it dry fully before not before after. Before we actually put towels on it, because again the towels will absorb it and we don't want the clean towels to get dirty, right?
Well, yes, and we have to hang it on the wall first.
Right. So we're going to let it here out in the soap for a couple of hours. But overall, I don't know if you want to pan on it. It is done. I don't know what you have to say about it.
Yeah, I think it looks nice. This is a Kona colored stain. That's what it's called.
And we've stained most of our projects that color. And actually, we stained one of our previous projects too.
Finally got around to staining it. This was our bookshelf lamp.
That will go up in my bedroom to put my books in. In any case, thank you for visiting today. We appreciate your support. If you like this video and you like what we do in this channel, please smash that like button. Definitely subscribe if you have not subscribed. Share, comment, and let us know what you want us to build. Again, last weekend we built something that the viewer asked for, right?
Yep.
So if you ask us to build something, we're going to do our best to build it for you. We appreciate your support and we're going to see you Wednesday. Have a great week.